What's up, YouTube? Y'all know who it is. Your boy Walt88. It's week 3. Let's get on with the picks, y'all. Let's get on with the picks, y'all. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's get with the picks. Just jump right in here. Let me start by saying week 2. I didn't even look at my record for week 2. I don't know how I did. Y'all tell me. I'll go back and look at it. Most people didn't watch that video because I didn't title the video right. So I didn't put like 2011 or whatever. So most people, they probably thought it was like an old video or something, so they didn't click on it. But yeah, I don't know how I did. I didn't really look into it, but I think I did decent. You know what I mean? I always do decent because, you know, I'm a boss. I'm above decent, you know? Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to these picks, man. That's what y'all want to see. Jump right in here. Start off with an AFC North, AFC East, my fault, division matchup. The New England Patriots going into Buffalo to play the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. Both teams are undefeated. Buffalo was shocked a lot of people. They ripped Kansas City. They beat Oakland in a thriller last week. New England has got a lot of firepower, and this is going to be a really good game. I want to give the edge to Buffalo because they're at home, but seeing as New England is up to their old tricks as being one of the best teams in that division, I got to give the edge to New England until otherwise, you know, until they get beat, whatever. So I'll go with New England. It's crazy hair going on right here, you know. It's a bad hair day, so y'all just threw this on. Yeah. Anyway, jump back into the picks. Interesting game coming up next. We got Jacksonville Jaguars going to play my Carolina Panthers. Jacksonville, I used to like them a lot. They used to be my two teams. I used to like Carolina. I used to like Jacksonville. Have my AFC team, my NFC team, but lately Jacksonville has really pissed me off and disappointed me. Letting go of David Garrard. So I mean, I'm done with Jacksonville. I'm strictly a Carolina fan now. You know, it is what it is. Easier. Could watch more Carolina Panthers games because I live like 25 minutes away from Charlotte, so you know I have more of a closer bond with the Carolina Panthers than I do with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are all the way in Florida. So that being said, Jacksonville going to Carolina. Jacksonville starting Blaine Gabbert after Luke McCown's meltdown last week, and the beating they received by the Jets. So you know y'all see how Cam Newton's look. Already thrown for over 800 yards, and I think he'll toss it around again against Jacksonville. We'll finally got a running game established a little bit, and we'll win this game. Going with Carolina. Next game we got San Francisco going into Cincinnati. Andy Dalton played a pretty good game last week. Cincinnati's at home, so I'll roll with Cincinnati in this one. Moving on, we got the Miami Dolphins going to Cleveland. This is a good one. It's a pretty good game. Pretty tough to call. Guess I'll go with Cleveland since they're the home team. Peyton Hillis, he'll look to run the ball. They'll look to run the ball out with Peyton Hillis and see what Colt McCoy can do. Get hooked up with those young receivers. Moving on, we got Detroit Lions going to the Metrodome to play the Minnesota Vikings. Detroit is looking really good this year, so I'm a roll with Detroit. They're the hot hand right now, so I roll Detroit. Moving on, Houston, Texas going to New Orleans. Houston hasn't really shown a lot. They killed the Colts, but they're a little sluggish last week. So I go to New Orleans. They're home, and New Orleans, you know, they always got that potent offense. So I go to New Orleans. Moving on, I got the G-Men Giants going to play their rival, one of their rivals in the Philadelphia Eagles. Michael Vick got hurt in the same night game. He got a concussion, so he's likely out for this game. He got slammed into his own man. It seems like Michael Vick can never stay healthy, but that's just the nature of this game. You know, it's a violent game, so it's hard to stay healthy. But Jimmy Kafka, he didn't play bad. You know, he still got some experience, and this is going to be a really good learning experience for him. I think the Giants will win, but the Eagles will keep it really close because they're at home, man. Jimmy Kafka, he's a solid, young, up-and-coming quarterback. So go with the Giants on that one. Moving on, we got Denver Broncos going to Tennessee to play the Titans. Matt Hasselbeck, he played pretty good last week. Denver still, Kyle Orton, he still hasn't shut up his haters. He didn't shut his haters up, but he played better. He kind of rebounded a little bit. But I don't see them going all the way to Tennessee from Denver and winning this game. So I'll roll with Tennessee. Look for Chris Johnson to bounce back and rebound. And finally show that he's worth all that money to pay for. Even though I think he's worth it. I'm just saying, like, he hasn't really shown it on the field. So moving on, got the New York Jets going against the Oakland Raiders. Oakland's they're improving every year. They're getting there. They're at home, so you never know how it is with Oakland at home, and you never know how it is with Mark Sanchez in the regular season. So I love the Jets. They're not my favorite team, but I love they're one of the teams I root for. When Panthers aren't in it, the Jets are in the playoffs. I always root for the Jets. So I want to go with the Jets, but Oakland's at home. Y'all know how I feel about home teams. If a home team gets rolling, they're pretty hard to stop. So I go with Oakland. This is a toss-up game too. Moving on, got Kansas City Chiefs going to San Diego to play the Chargers. San Diego pretty much laid an egg against the Patriots. They had a lot of mental mistakes, penalties, turnovers, things that'll kill you. Especially against a good team like the Patriots. But they're playing a far lesser team now than Kansas City. Kansas City is not who we thought they were. They are not who we thought they were. They were a playoff team last year. Won the division last year, but it looks like they're trying to pick up Andrew Luck out of Stanford. That's what it looks like they're playing for right now, this early in the season. So San Diego should have this pretty easy. Jamal Charles was hurt, out for the season, torn ACL. So Kansas City, it's gonna take a lot of effort from them to win this game. They're going with San Diego. Moving on, got Baltimore Ravens going to St. Louis to face the Rams. St. Louis coming off a loss. Monday night against the G-Men. Hopefully Baltimore rebound. They lost to Tennessee Titans. Some people are saying Baltimore is one of those teams that need emotion to play. I'm starting to see that. It looks like that because when they played their arch rival, the Steelers, it seemed like they were really up for the game and they brought it. But when they played the Tennessee Titans last week, they were sluggish. They just didn't bring it. They got to bring it every game. You can't win. Every game is not going to be against the Steelers. Every game is not going to be a get-up game. You have to bring it every game of the week if you want to be a dominant team. And Baltimore has to show me that. Since St. Louis is at home, I'm going to go with St. Louis. A lot of people won't agree with me, but Baltimore, they have to show me something. They showed me something week 1, then they took all that away in week 2. So until they show me that they can get up for games, other games besides Pittsburgh, I'm gonna look for them to lose. So go with St. Louis here. Moving on, Green Bay going to Chicago. This should be a really good game. Green Bay is coming off a win against the Panthers. Chicago lost in New Orleans. So, but Green Bay, the one thing, they're good and all, but the one thing they did, they gave up a whole lot of passing yards. Cam Newton passed for 400 and something yards again. If it wasn't for Charles Woodson and Cam Newton, wanting to swing it around and being a little more inexperienced, we could have won that game. We were in the red zone 6 times. If we score our touchdowns, that's 42 points. To their, I think they scored 20-something. So we would have beat them by double digits. So, it's not like they dominated us by any means. No knock on Green Bay. I'm just saying the defense needs to play better, especially against Chicago in Chicago. For some reason, I think Green Bay gets this done. They go to Chicago and get that W. So I'll roll with Green Bay, but they need to fix that defense. Moving on, Arizona Cardinals going to Seattle. This is an interesting matchup. Kevin Kolb, he's still learning the ropes in Arizona, so But Seattle still got Tavares Jackson, who's also still learning the ropes. I think Arizona's a better team here, so I'll go Arizona. Atlanta, Tampa Bay. This gonna be a really good matchup. You got Josh Freeman versus Matt Ryan. Tampa Bay's D versus Michael Turner, the burner. Let's see. Tampa Bay's at home, but Atlanta. Actually, knowing something about the NFC South since my favorite team plays in the NFC South, and I get all the NFC South games, every week. I know one thing: Carolina always struggles with Atlanta, and Atlanta always struggles with Tampa Bay. No matter how good each team is, that's always the rule. And then New Orleans always struggles with Atlanta, but they can beat Tampa Bay, and they can beat Carolina. I don't know why that is, but no matter how bad Tampa Bay is or good Atlanta is, they always struggle with Tampa Bay. I don't know, but Carolina always beats Tampa Bay. So the laws of the game, the laws of the NFC South state that Tampa Bay has the edge here. So I'll go with Tampa Bay. Moving on, Pittsburgh Indianapolis. That's the Sunday night game. I think they picked this game before the season started because this is going to be a horrible matchup. This is probably a blowout. People are probably going to be switching to something else on Sunday night. A lot of people probably won't even tune in for this because this is going to be horrible. Pittsburgh over Indianapolis, easy. Moving on, Monday night, Washington and Dallas. This should be a really good game. Our two arch rivals head-to-head going at each other. Dallas is at home, but y'all know how I feel about Dallas, even though Tony Romo showed some heart last week. I give him that. He showed a lot of heart by playing with a punctured lung and cracked ribs. But I don't like Dallas. So you won't see me pick them unless the sky is literally falling. Or I just feel like, Dallas has a really good shot to win. I don't know. You might see me pick Dallas maybe one day. But I'm going to go Washington. With that being said, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. I only got to say it. It's me, your boy Walt Baby 8. That's my picks for this week. Rate, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, comment. I love those comments. Just comment. Tell me what I did wrong, what I didn't do wrong. Tell me who y'all think are going to win. Just leave that. I always respond, I respond to everybody's comments. Even if they're hating, I don't care. I respond to it. So, yeah. It's your boy Walt Baby 8 signing out. Holla.